Welcome back to the Lotus Riche Ignite Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lotus Riche Ignite is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. Welcome to the show. Felicity Joy, that's Dr. Joy is in the house. So come on in and get in where you fit in. Come on, let's go, y'all. Woo! Felicity Joy, Dr. Felicity Joy in the house tonight. Ho, 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 ho. I got a great show. And you know what? I started the broadcast earlier and I didn't have on my glasses, and I was like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble. So I guess the broadcast helped me out. But listen, I'm so happy. I am so happy to be with you this evening. This your girl, Dr. Lotus Riche, on the Lotus Riche Ignite Show, keeping it right and tight. And I want to invite you. Let me put these on so I can see you. Let me get my specs on. I want you to come on in and get in where you fit in, because I always got room around my table, because it is time for you and everyone you know, the people you like, the people you love, and maybe a foe or two, to ignite and take flight in every area of their life. And I am helping to bring inspiration to every nation. Why? Because I can, and so can you. And so tonight we are going to talk with a wonderful guest. We are talking about Break Every Barrier 360 Full Circle. That's right, 360 full circle. Because here's the thing. We know that we are bound. So many of us are bound by the theys, by people that say we can't. And most importantly, sometimes we are bound by our own selves, by our own negative self-talk. Well, tonight I've got a powerhouse in the house. Dr. Felicity Joy is with us, and she's going to share how we can break every barrier 360 and really come full circle. So as you come in, go ahead and share the broadcast, like the broadcast, and don't forget, check us out on YouTube. Go on over to YouTube, share from YouTube, share to LinkedIn, share to Instagram, share to Facebook, share to Alignable, share to every platform possible. Because here's the thing. Someone tonight needs to hear Dr. Felicity Joy's voice. And you can help make that happen. You can help make that happen. So, as I always say, go ahead and get your notepad. Go ahead and get your pen and come on in, because it's time to win. Why? What? Because note takers are money makers, and note takers are change makers when they put the notes into action. Why have kinetic energy and potential energy and don't do nothing with it? You got the potential. Now let's get kinetic and get connected. So I'm going right backstage, and I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to come on in, get in where you fit in, and go ahead and tag somebody and tell them to come in. And so now, tag, you got the tagathon. See you in 30 seconds. Time to get in where you fit in. So come on in. I've always got room around my table for you. And tonight I've got Dr. Felicity Joy coming to you as we're getting things together, as we're breaking every barrier 360. Listen here. Tag somebody that you know, love, and care about. Tag your friends, tag your frenemies, and tell them to come on in and get in where they fit in, because we're about to do this thing. Hey. I hope the 30 seconds helped you out. So let us know where you're coming in from. Let us know who you are tagging. So with no further to do, I'm going to go backstage and bring up a fun, wonderful, loving person in a matter of a couple seconds. But before I do that, I'd like you to put some L's in the comment. Give Felicity Joy some love. Give her some love. Give her some kisses. Give her some hugs. Give her some donations. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Let's send that positive energy to Dr. Felicity Joy and get your woo-woo! Get your whoop whoop in. What's in your whoop whoop? I really want to know. So listen, before we start the show, I'm going to go ahead and go right to one of our sponsors, and then we're going right to you with Dr. Felicity Joy. And matter of fact, check this out. You're going to love this. You are just going to love this. Check out Rugged Wellness. Health is wealth. Being healthy and wealthy is when you are able to live that quality life while sharing the positive energy with the entire world. Well, Rugged Wellness advocates to empower people not to just experience this quality of living, but really it offers extra streams of income to support you and those that you love. So come on, be a part of the Rugged Wellness team. Rugged Wellness. All right, I'm loving it. And around and around and around we go. Where we stop, no one knows. But come on, y'all, and let's start the show. Go ahead and tag somebody. Here we go. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on. Welcome back to Night Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in. Because I've always got around my table for your friends and your enemies. So go ahead, share, start a watch party, tell somebody that night is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you. Grab your notebook and grab your pen. Because I always say, note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. That's right, y'all. She's here with Dr. Felicity Joy. Welcome to the show. Come on, y'all. Woo! Hey. Felicity Joy is in the his house. Welcome to the show. Hey. That's what I'm talking about. I had to have y'all in the living room. Dr. Felicity Joy, it's so wonderful to have you here. How are you doing?
I am just having a blast already. I like to think I have energy, but I mean, like, you've raised the bar so high. Like now on my shows, when I have a scrolling circle, I have to start rapping now. I have to learn how to freestyle. I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? Hello, everyone. Thank you for the L's. It's awesome. It's not this L, right? It's this L. Okay, I got it.
It's the love, everybody. I wanted them to send you some love in the house because we just love having you here. I'm super duper happy to have you on the show. You are really a true breath of fresh air. And listen, I know that you are at a convention.
Yes.
But even at a convention, see, this is what happens when you have professionals such as Dr. Felicity Joy. In the middle of nowhere, she still showed up because the come up is in the show up. The come up is in the show up. So Dr. Felicity Joy has been on our show before. Many of you have seen her. She is a dream strategist. And tonight she is going to help us with our wonderful topic called Break Every Barrier 360 Full Circle. And we had such a wonderful time last time she was on the show because she's actually speaking at an event in Branson, Missouri called Hope, Health, and Healing. And so she was on with me there. We did a nice 15-minute pop-up and it was great. But tonight we're here to talk about Break Every Barrier 360 Full Circle. So we're going to get right in, get tight. So come on in and get in where you fit in because I've always got room around my table for you as we start talking about this. So Dr. Felicity Joy Solomon, that's her name. That's it. Tell us a bit more about you because I know that you're not just a dream strategist. I know that you're a speaker and a myriad of other things. But I won't give the secret sauce away. I'll let you do that all on your own.
Sure. So yeah, my dream strategist abilities have kind of branched out. I don't just coach individuals, but I see myself coaching communities. And I do that in a number of ways. I have some Facebook groups where I give encouragement for those that are my patrons monthly. And I love to encourage different groups of people. But also, I have two different podcasts that you can see on Facebook and YouTube, just like this one. One is called Black Conservative Female. So I see myself as coaching a community of people that identify themselves that way politically, because, there are things that we can discuss. It's not just about, complain about this, complain about that, but what is it? How do you function in your community in that way? A lot of us deal with some rejection and things like that. So it's like a really interesting journey with that. And then my other show is Simply Felicity. And that's where I interview all different kinds of guests. I'm going to have you on and people that really speak into people's spirits. Our spirit man is who we are, but it's not what we see on the outside. So we need lots of reminders. You might go to church, but, just a church on Sunday or whatever, you need to remember your spirit all the time. So I love having that expanded conversation on Wednesday afternoons. And now I don't hear you, ma'am. I'm not sure why. Is it me? Anybody else hearing her here?
Oh, I'm hearing me because I had muted myself. You see, I'll be behind the scenes talking about, yeah, go ahead, tell them the secret sauce. So we have people joining us from all over, sending the love. So thank you so much, everybody, sending some love out. And so listen, as we get started, go ahead and invite your friends, because tonight, as we talk about the 360, breaking the barriers, the 360, breaking every barrier, 360 full circle. Someone out there is having a challenge with a barrier, and they need to know that their dreams are sufficient enough to help break that barrier. They have to have a strategy, though, to get to it. And tonight, I've got the perfect person here that's going to help us with our topic. And so we're going to get right into it. So, Dr. Felicity, can you tell us what a dream strategist is for those who may not be familiar first with what a dream strategist is?
Well, you could say that dream strategist is just my fun, funky name for a life coach, but it is specific to what I do because I really concentrate on desires, dreams, and vision. That is my focus. I lived for a long time as what others would identify as a good, kind, pretty happy person, because that's just my nature. But you know what? My dreams and my desires and my goals weren't being fulfilled. My visions weren't being fulfilled. And after a very amazing training period that looked like a marriage of 12 years, I ended up on my mom's couch with my junior high aged kids or upper junior high. And I'm like, yo, this is not going to work. You know what I mean? Like as I mentioned, I believe we are spirit, and it's just so important to be connected to God. And I've really worked to raise my children that way. And I had this revelation. I said, if I do not figure out how to get off my mom's couch, my children will not believe in God. And they shouldn't, because there's no integrity in how I'm living right now.
Whoo. Note takers. Note takers. Note takers. Those of you that's out there, if you got your notepad and you got your pen, go ahead and put in the comment that you got your notepad and pen. And those of you that don't have your notepad and pen, I double dog dare you to go get your notepad and pen, because I'm going to ask Dr. Felicity to say what she just said again, because that's powerful. That's powerful, because a lot of us say we're living a life of believing in abundance, but we don't exercise it. We don't call ourselves to task. And what you just said, you're calling people to tasks. So would you please repeat that?
I sure will. I said, I recognize that if I didn't figure out a way to get off my mom's couch, where we'd been living for 3 years, I think at the time, I said, my children will not believe in God when they get older, and they shouldn't, because there's no integrity in how I was living. There was no integrity in how I had raised them. We also were watching other people's lives around us, particularly at our church, seem to elevate. Mm-hmm. So like, I needed answers, and I needed them, quick. So one of the quickest things you can ever do is get real honest like that. Not honest about what everyone else is doing wrong. Honest about yourself, right? And so when I got real like that, I felt like God was like, now we're talking. Here we go. Here we go.
Yes.
So, yes. I just, was having that come to Jesus moment, and I was like, what are we going to do? And I just heard within like 3 minutes, I heard, start packing. And I was like, seriously? Yeah.
Like, you talking to me, God? But, and here's the thing, packing, where am I going? Where am I going? I'm living on my mama's couch.
Now, see, that's our first problem. We got a lot of questions.
Yes, yeah. And we don't see, since we don't see it,
yeah,
we find it hard to believe it.
Right.
But the all-knowing,
yes,
already knows that it's all the way is already made.
Exactly. So
because we don't see it, we are so, I think we're afraid. We're afraid. And we're going to talk a little bit about fear later, but you were going to say something. Please share.
Well, here's the thing. Sometimes I just think we're not doing an honest evaluation of the situation. In this situation, now I spent a lot of time learning about God. So I know the character and the nature of God is good. I know the character and the nature of God is loving and supportive and has good things in my future. Mm-hmm. I also, in that moment, made an honest assessment of my own ability to lead myself. Mm-hmm. And so that very good assessment was, I do not know what I'm doing. All of my wisdom has led me here. So now, someone who doesn't know what they're doing shouldn't necessarily be asking the one who knows everything, well, you got to prove it to me. How do I know? How are we going to do this? I just said I don't know anything. Mm-hmm. So if you say start packing, I'm going to start packing. You know what I'm saying? So what we have to do is, and this is why a lot of people make breakthrough after brokenness.
Right.
A lot of people make breakthrough after the seal, the bottom floor, the basement, you know what I'm saying? After rock bottom, there you go. I have to tell you something. Rock bottom has a basement. Mm-hmm. You can think you're sick and tired, but sick and tired has like, a cousin. You have to it's not when you think you're sick and tired. It's not when you think you've hit rock bottom. It's when you've actually hit it. When you've actually hit it, you know that you don't know what to do. And so what you hear is like worth a try.
Yes.
I mean, what are you going to do? I've already done to the height of my wisdom. So I don't have no more questions. I need instruction. right?
Exactly.
And it wasn't about like at that point, I mean, how much worse could it be? My parents weren't going to be homeless, so I wasn't going to be
Hello.
homeless. So that wasn't really a concern for me. So it was, I didn't have anything to lose, you know what I'm saying? So I just started packing. That's what I did. I just started following instruction. I stopped asking any type of irrelevant questions. If I knew what was the next thing to do, then that's just what I did. There was a lot I didn't know at that time that I know now. It's been in October. It will have been three years from that moment, and so I have learned so many clues and keys to help people not necessarily go through the 15-year descent that I had to go through to get
Yes.
to that point. And it really makes it all worth it. Like intensely, very much makes it all worth it. The fact that I'm able to guide and show people pitfalls and downfalls and how to fast track that thing. Because from that prayer, that sort of come to Jesus moment happened in April or May of 20 me and math. Well, okay, it happened in April or May, okay?
Uh-huh.
And then about 3 years ago. And then I moved October 1st of that year
Wow.
with no money, no savings, bad credit. So I'm the one, because come to me with your excuses. Bring me you're tired, you're
Right.
poor, you're hungry. I get it. I didn't have nothing of those types of things. And I'm telling you, if your spirit man says it's time to go, you going. And there's already been a place prepared. There's already been a way made. And it's just about one step in front of the other to follow into that dream and that vision that you had. And really, if you think about it, the dream and vision I had was for my children to see me in integrity.
Right.
That's all. That's what I really wanted. And so a path was being made for me to walk there. A dream strategist, what I do is I help people to identify with clarity what their desire is at this moment. And where that starts is whatever you think it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the strategy comes in because what you say to me right now, I'm going to take you at your word that that is what you want, but it may not actually be what you
Be
want.
what you want. That's
It
right.
might be what your mama wants.
Mm-hmm.
It might be, it just might be what you think you want. I mean, and that is okay. We just need to start where you are. We don't need to start at Z. We just need to start at A. But getting a little guidance to navigate. Because if you tell me, I want to be married to a 6'5" built chocolate Adonis. You know what I'm saying? So the great thing is you've been honest with me, you poured out your heart. But
Mm-hmm.
like as a dream strategist, I already know you have a journey ahead of you, right?
Yes.
Because what you want is to be seen. You want to be heard. You want to be loved like you never been loved. You want some security or something. And none of that has anything to do with 6'5" brown chocolate Adonis. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay to start wherever you are. It's okay. We can get there. But it'll be quicker if you have someone to kind of guide you through the fact that you might just be looking real surface right now because that's how you were taught. But you haven't really mined the depths of your heart. What did God put in there? And there's something real. And that is the gift of every moment called the present. There is a real thing that you're desiring in every moment. And then there are these sort of great, big, overarching desires as well. So that's, that's really how I walk with people.
Woo! I told you, y'all. I told you. I told you. 360. You got to mind the depths of your heart. I like that. I like that. But here's something else that I absolutely love that you said. You know what? I'm just not even gonna say that. I'm just gonna say we're gonna start from up top. Folks, if you are just coming in, if you are just coming into this broadcast and you love what Dr. Felicity Joy Solomon is saying right now, I want you to put a three in the comment block below. And here's another thing. For those of you that's just coming in, you might have missed the first part of the show, hit the replay. But tonight, here on the Lotus Riche Ignite Show, we are talking about Break Every Barrier 360 Full Circle with the wonderful dream strategist, Dr. Felicity Joy Solomon. Here's the thing. She came in. She took the mic off the mic stand. And she talked into the mic. She slung it over her shoulder. And then she dropped the mic. You know how she did that? Because she shared something with us that a lot of people don't want to share. And you know what? Calling us all to action. We got to live with integrity. We got to really take an honest look at ourselves in the mirror. And then we got to be honest and evaluate our situations, whether it's in your business life, in your private life, in your love life, in your sex life, in your marriage life. No matter what type of life you have, no matter what you're doing, you got to evaluate and be honest with yourself. And then I like that you said, make a great. And you know, I always say this. There's some folks out there say you need to be good. But I always say, why be good when you can be great? Make a great assessment of yourself in truth. And then you talked about you had to pack. And so what came to my mind was it's time for your breakthrough. So those of you that's out there that's ready for a breakthrough, go ahead and put BT, because let's face it, a lot of us have been catching HELL. We've been catching it. We've been going through it, but it's for a reason. And some of us, we feel like we're stuck and we want to stop, but it's time for the breakthrough. See, those guys that's going through that room, this is how you need to be going through. You need to break through every barrier 360 and come full circle. You know why? Because it's time to start packing. It's time to start packing. Pack up all those old things that's not serving you, throw them out. And then it's time for you to move to another station in life. Pack up, believe the Most High for it, and move. Because let's face it, Dr. Felicity, she did it. She moved with bad credit. She had no money. She was broke like a joke. And she was not laughing. Okay? But she put her faith first and she won. And you can win too. You can win. You can win. Because like she said, most of us, we just want to be seen, we want to be heard, we want to be loved, we want security and so much more. But sometimes we get caught up because we don't have nobody to help us mind the depth of our own heart. And we don't understand what dream strategy is. Well, she here tonight and she getting it right and tight with this dream strategy. So listen, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back. And honey, we're just getting started. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. And then once we come back, we're going to go right back to the hot seat with Dr. Felicity on the mic, doing it right, keeping it tight, telling us all about dream strategy. Be right back.
Hello. I just had to jump on here and say a big thank you to Dr. Lotus for taking time out to invite me on her show. And let me tell you something. She said it very clear. Ignite and take flight in every part of your life. Thank you, Dr. Lotus. I appreciate all that you've done. And hey, if you want to get noticed, you gotta get Dr. Lotus. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay absolutely fabulous. Ciao.
All right. She's here. Dr. Felicity Joy Solomon, the dream strategist. That's right. She is performer, and director. She made her own dream of being a talk show host come true, and she stars in 2 talk shows that's coming near you. But tonight, we are discussing breaking every barrier 360 full circle right here with Dr. Lotus Riche. Boom, what? The Lotus Riche Night Show. Make Felicity your life coach today. Hey, and get with Dr. Lotus Riche. Want to get noticed? Go see Dr. Lotus. Woo! All right, and we are back. We are back with my phenomenal guest, Dr. Felicity Joy Solomon, and we are going to go, Dr. Joy. I got to go right here. We got some folks coming in. Let's see who's in the house. Sunday Oko, good evening, ma'am. Good evening to you. Let us know where you coming in from. Who else is with us, Dr. Joy?
We've got Angela Elting from DC. Awesome.
Woo woo. Who else we got, Dr. Joy?
We've got, oh, sure, make me say, Owanayala Lightly from Newark, New Jersey. Where are you from originally?
All right. And we got Maxine Pearl Phillips McCoy from Raleigh, North Carolina. And we got some loves in the house. And who else do we have, Dr. Joy?
Let's see. We have Wiggins Oyadiran Aisha from Nigeria. Awesome.
All right. And we've got Sharon Fant. Hi from Houston, Texas. Hi. And who else do we have, Doc?
Oh, we've got our friend Jill Jacobs Reynolds. We love you. And Jill is from Branson, Missouri, where you can see me speak in August.
Exactly. And don't forget, we got the money doctor himself, Dr. Dexter Sadler is here. Will she please say that again? Yes, I had her say that again before I saw that. And she says noteworthy. Now, see, this how folks come in the house, right? Miss Sharon Fair said, I got my notepad and pen. And then I'm going to defer this right to you, Doc. What is Jill Jacobs Reynolds saying?
Let's see. You must come and hear Felicity's whole story in Branson, Missouri, August 20th through the 22nd, 2021 at the Hope Health Healing Conference with 23 inspirational speakers. We've got a buy one, get one ticket free in July. And you can get that ticket for just $48. I mean, for a 3-day conference, that is unheard of. I'll tell you, that's not what I paid for this conference I'm at right now.
I know that's right.
I tell you what, and $38 if you're a senior or vet, $28 for a virtual link if you cannot make it to Branson. But listen, Branson is so cool. It is one of my very favorite places. So you'll also get a link to watch it again after the conference is over. We're going to have a blast.
Yes, we are going to have a blast. And make sure, look, folks, make sure you go ahead and grab your ticket for Branson, because if you love Dr. Felicity Joy here, you are going to double dog dare yourself to enjoy her there. And the link is right there. Go ahead and grab your ticket. Grab your ticket now. Let somebody know you've seen her on the Lotus Riche Ignite Show. The Lotus Riche Ignite Show, keeping it right and tight for your hope, health, and healing in your life. So with no further ado, we're getting right back to you, Dr. Joy. And let's go ahead and get right on to our next question. So how can we leverage our dreams to create our desires? Because like you were saying earlier, sometimes we think we want one thing, but really that's not either exactly what we want or the avenue that we're using to obtain it may not be the best avenue. So can you talk to us about that?
Absolutely. Listen, one of the best ways to begin pursuing your dream is to first, as we talked about, acknowledge it. Get as much clarity as you can. And that means, see, we don't get a lot of training on using our imagination. But our imaginations are very powerful. We think it's child's play, but it is most certainly what we need to move our lives forward. So you begin to really get clarity over what you feel it is you want. And listen, just because I said that you don't really want 6'5" and da 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 da. Listen, if that's what you think you want, get that clarity, go for it. Because what I can tell you is going toward your desire is going to get you faster than denying it. In this society, and I really want to speak this out to women. And when I speak, I really feel like, the Spirit is leading me to say certain things. Women are not really encouraged in their desires to want to be married anymore. We you have so many gifts, you have so many things you could do, you should focus on that. A woman doesn't have to focus on that anymore. But many of us are crying in our hearts because it really is what we want. But we've heard these messages that there's no good men out there, there's not enough, and things like that. So you've gotten into a poverty mentality in the relationship arena. But I'm going to tell you something. You are going to find out your truest desires faster by acknowledging them, being honest, and pursuing them. Not by halfway or saying something else is more important because somebody else told you it should be. You go head on toward that thing in whatever action step comes to your heart. That's called taking an inspired action. You get the vision and you write that thing, you vision it, you get as clear as you can, and then an inspired action is going to come to you. And then you're going to move toward that. That might be calling a dream strategist. It might be getting on the Lotus Riche show. It could be so many things. It could be, hey, you say you want this built Adonis, but you ain't hit a gym in like a year. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Adonis wants Venus. I mean, maybe he wants a little something else. So you gotta, work on yourself there. So, but it could be any number of things, for business, for whatever it is. Take that inspired action, whether it makes any sense or not. You're going to get so much farther by acknowledgement and moving toward that thing than by half stepping. Should I? I don't know. You know what? Just say, hey, this is me. This is what I want. You know what I'm saying? And whether, listen, people, I could still be on my mom's couch thinking, some people don't have a pot to piss in at all. Some people live in their car. Some people live in the gutter. Who are you to want? What do you mean, who are you? I am responsible for me. At the end of my life, I am the only one giving an account for me. That's who I am. I will not get to blame anyone else for the state of my life at the end of my life. That's who I am.
Exactly.
It's me. So that's who I am. Like, I'm the responsible one in this situation. Let me tell you something. Our creator is also a responsible creator. He didn't put us down here and say, go ahead and figure it out by yourself. He's responsible to his creation. Now, we need to be responsible as well, but we are the only ones responsible for the outcome. Like, I looked at God and I said, do you want my children not to believe in you? Do you want me to not be in integrity with what I taught them? I'm putting this on you. I need help. You see, so there's two responsible people here, but no one else in the world is going to be responsible if I'm unhappy. That's the answer to the question, who do you think you are? I am unhappy and it is my fault. So it's me to fix it. I got to fix it some way, right? That's the answer to who do you think you are. That's who you are. You are the responsible party. That's who you are. So if you are not happy, you're just not happy. And it's got to change. That thing has to change.
Wow, mic drop. And Maxine, she's down there saying an awesome dream strategist. Love the nuggets. Yes, if you love the nuggets, put an LN in the comment. LN in the comment.
Love the
and if you have not yet invited someone to the show, if you have not tagged someone, if you have not shared this on your page, what are you waiting for? People pay thousands of dollars to hear these types of messages, and you are getting it not for free tonight. You got to exercise your right to share information that is going to change the very trajectory of someone's life. So while you're doing that, take this few minutes to tag someone, share this broadcast, share it on your page, share it with your friends, share it with your frenemies, and we're going to take a quick break and double dog dare you to share like you know you care. Make sure you get to the event of the year in Kansas City with some of the best speakers around.
Wow, the Mental Real Estate Conference in Kansas City, Missouri, September 18th is going to be amazing. You guys do not want to miss this. He's got some awesome speakers lined up to come and give you the knowledge and the information that you need to help take you to the next level. We're going to have Dr. Michael Freeland in the morning, and then we're going to have DJ Mike J at night to help celebrate his 30th year of being a DJ. You don't want to miss this. I am Kiva Evans. I am a bedroom candy consultant, and I'm also DJ Mike J's assistant. I cannot wait to join Dr. Michael Freeland and his friends for this amazing conference. Tell your friends about it. Click the link. Get your tickets. We still have room available. And if you've never experienced a party like this before, you got to come to DJ Mike J's party because it's not about the music. It's about the experience. I hope to see you there. Don't forget to get your tickets.
Get your tickets today and enjoy what's going down in Kansas City. Join us.
Thank you for watching the show. And remember, always follow us on Facebook, like, and share. And make sure you tag a friend and let them know that you care. Let us know what shows you'd like us to present for you.
Conference for men and women at the King Castle Theater in Branson, Missouri, August 20th to the 22nd, 2021. Has the pandemic left you feeling isolated while in quarantine? A sense of despair and hopelessness? Yearning for connection and growth, faced with emotional struggles? A reduced mental wellness and joy where life has seemed hopeless, where health has been hindered, where depression has affected mental health? The Hope, Health, and Healing Conference provides and enhances a safe and welcoming environment. Growth and grace with God, praise and worship. As you listen to speakers' stories, sharing about adversity, pain, and suffering, and never giving up on their dreams. And as you connect the dots of their stories with your own story, look for the similarities in each story instead of the differences. See how their stories weave and bring transformation in your life. Gather in community, receive communion, invite Jesus into your life. Allow your soul to soar. Realize you are never alone. Meet the speakers, relax and have fun in the sun. Enjoy entertainment and shows. Connect with nature, God, self, and others. God's faithfulness teaches us not to strive, but to thrive. Hope, health, healing. In 2021, join us in Branson, Missouri on August 20th to the 22nd, 2021 at the live conference for men and women at the King's Castle Theater. Register now. Tickets for this 3-day event are only $84. Be inspired by these amazing speakers. Thank you to all the sponsors. Go now to braveheartworkshops.com.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start bossing today.
All right, and we are back. We are back. We are back. And I got to tell you, I am having a wonderful time with my phenomenal guest here tonight. None other than Dr. Felicity Joy Solomon. She is a dream strategist, and tonight we are talking about Break Every Barrier 360 Full Circle. And she has come in, she has slammed the mic down on the ground. And I see many of you still streaming in. Dr. Lotus, you bring forth great speakers that really have great messages for us to implement in our lives. And that is Dorothy Mae Ross, the host of Porch Talk. So thank you so much, Dorothy. Let us know where you're coming in from. And so we're going to get right into where we fit in, and we are going to ask this tough question. Dr. Felicity, you've taught us what dream strategy is. You taught us some of the principles of dream strategy. You taught us how we can leverage our dreams to create some of our desires. How do we sustain it, once we get what we want, when we manifest it, but we're faced with fears, doubts, rejection? How do we sustain it?
I want to talk to you about two things with this. The first thing is 2 years ago, my husband manifested his dream job. And he's really been working his whole career toward this. So that, it's about a 30-year journey, 35-year journey. And then he fell within a couple of weeks into a depression. Mm-hmm. In that case, he needed another dream. Mm-hmm. We put so much emphasis sometimes on these bigger dreams that when we get there, we forget that it's really both. Life is sort of this bicycle. You've got to have the destination and the journey both be important to you. So boy, you start wobbling on that unicycle, but it's a two-wheeled thing. So you've got to land with that other wheel down, and you've got to get a new dream to be able to propel you forward and to get your mojo going for that current dream that you're in. So that's one thing that could be going on. Mm-hmm. But I had a very specific situation happen after I moved into what for us was our dream home, the townhouse that we're in right now. I moved in October 1st. It'll be 3 years this October. And I was good for a couple of days, but then reality set in about rent coming in a few months. I wasn't paying rent to my mom. So I had a 3-year break of, paying rent. But even more importantly, the last time I did pay rent, I had only had the one place by myself after my first marriage. And then when we were married, we also were irregularly paying rent. So I had never had a history of paying bills on time. Mm-hmm. So I moved into this new place with that old baggage. Wow. But that's more than baggage. Mm-hmm. It's a vision.
Yeah. And sometimes I believe, Dr. Joy, that it's a way of life, because we learn those bad habits, mm-hmm. and they become a part of our lives, and it's so hard to undo the damage that we've done.
The reason why it's hard to undo is just like this. That was my vision. That was my lens. How did I see myself as an adult? as someone who irregularly paid their bills and got kicked out of places.
So
that's how I said that was what was on
take your glasses off again. Take them off again. And so now we're going to put our glasses back on because we can always change the lens, right?
There you
so let's
go.
do that.
There you go. So listen, what you do is you go to an optometrist, right? Oh, look at that pretty background. So you go to an optometrist and they say, is this clear or is this clear? Is this clear or is this clear, right? And they give you a new prescription. I needed a new prescription. So what was interesting for me was, for the first time in my adult life, God allowed me to get a job. He really never wanted me to have a job because I wasn't really made for jobs. I'm not good at it. You know what I mean? There are different kinds of people, and I'm not that kind of person. So he didn't really allow me to, even though I was very angry about it at different points, just because I wanted to be like other people. But then I learned that that wasn't in his plan either. So anyway, so I'm, getting this guidance not to get anything that would tie me down, nothing that would be so regular. I had to have control of my time.
Yes.
So anyway, for the first time, I was led to get a job. I was like, wow. So I got this job. I start paying my bills on time. Everything kind of happened really fast too, once I was released to do it. So, I mean, I don't know how I got rent in the first month, some miracle. But then I started, having this job and was able to pay it regularly. Because the thing about miracles is the only people that get miracles are people who need them. And that's exhausting. You don't necessarily want to live from miracle to miracle. You want to learn a system from the spirit, so you're not exhausted that way all the time. So anyway, so I worked this job. I'm paying bills on time. I got money at the end of the month. This is the first time in my adult life of this happening. You see what I mean? So then so I started I started in that November. Yeah. And then in February, I had this conversation with God, and he's like, look at how good you're doing. Aren't you doing a great job? You got your bills paid. You got a little money at the end of your month. You feeling good?
Going on, some greenbacks.
Yeah, I'm feeling
yeah, you're feeling good.
I can do this. So he's like, yeah, quit that job. What? That's what I said. What? He's like, no. You are paying your bills based on you following my instructions. Isn't that what happened? The job is not paying your bills.
Exactly.
You are paying the bills based on you following my instructions. Is that not what just happened? Yeah.
That's an integrity. That's a faith. That's a faith check. That's a faith check. So we're going to do a faith check. If you are walking by faith and not by sight, if you are walking by faith and not by sight, put an F in the comment.
Yeah.
Faith and not by sight. Because that's the faith check right there. Wow. And you know what? Let me put my F in there. I'm going to spell faith out because I like the way that sounds. Faith. So if
I got faith
by faith and not by sight, okay, put it in there. Because here's the thing. A lot of us lose faith because when we hear something that takes us out of our comfort zone, we get scared. We get frightened. We get in disbelief. Old records that we've been playing on our mind record player continue to perpetuate more thoughts of lack, more thoughts of I'm not worthy, more thoughts of I don't know how I'm going to do this. Who am I going to call when you only have to call the one source?
There you go.
The one source.
That's it. My vision got corrected. I got a new prescription. So I was invited to put that new vision on. And it was still a process. So I had more confidence. And I was doing pretty well, but you know what? He had me get the job one more time. Same amount. Well, it was about September to February again. And then I quit for the last time, and I was able to quit that final time because it was like a little bit, I rode the bike, I fell, I rode the bike, I fell, right? So it was very good. I did that one more time, got that same job back, did it for a season, and then I quit again. I was quicker to quit. I had a lot more confidence after. My ears got attuned a little better on the process of how to bring those finances in. So, it's a process. It's a process. We can't be afraid to be trained. We can't be afraid to take some time to step back and learn something. That's why I'm at this conference right now. Somebody had just said something recently very powerful, that you could really tell a person's priorities by how much money they spend even on, or look at their calendar and how much time are they spending in self-improvement. Take some time to be trained. Invest a little in yourself on a coach or on a book, something that has been kind of calling you like, man, I need to grow. I need to expand my skill set, right? I want to improve. And, I know what it was. It was just that high achievers in life, they have a growth improvement plan.
Exactly.
Put on their calendar. You'd be like, man, I don't go to conferences. I'm not going to go drive or fly to Branson, Missouri for a conference. See, that's somebody who takes time on themselves, right? That says, I want to improve my skill set. I want to improve my internal skill sets. So you got to spend some time. You got to spend some money on that. What are you worth? What are you worth? Exactly. But this is what high achievers do.
Yeah.
So they're always pursuing those kinds of things.
Right. And here's something I want to share. And I share this frequently, and I'm going to keep sharing it. Tenacity. Someone I spoke to today, I was talking to them about the death of my cousin. And I really struggled today. I really struggled today because my cousin just died last night. And my condolences to my family, to my aunt, just everybody. And I was on the phone today with a friend, a dear friend of mine. She's like a sister to me. And we were having prayer. She was praying over me, with me, and for me. And I said to her, but I tenacity. I'm doing the show tonight because of tenacity. And this show is for you, cousin. It's for you, Tommy.
I love that.
It's for you, Sharon. It's for you, James. It's for you, little Calvin. And all my other cousins and relatives. I can't call them all because, it's been so many, and friends. But tenacity.
Yeah.
Pursuing the very one life that God has given us in this body. Okay? In this body.
That's right.
And my friend said, that's your word this year. You say that often, tenacity.
Wow.
And I think that's a lesson that God is giving me, but also the world. We have to be tenacious at whatever we do. And that means getting the training we need. We have to be steadfast after it.
Yeah.
We have to work outside of our box. I tell people all of this. If you come outside of the box, you just only outside of the box. But if you try to torpedo outside of the stratosphere, then you're closer to your real dream.
Yeah.
To the real purpose that you're on the planet.
Yeah.
But it takes tenacity. And that's one element of hope. When you start losing hope, you have to be tenacious.
Yeah.
When you're in fear, you have to be tenacious past the fear, the false evidence appearing real, right?
Yeah.
When you feel like you're in a mindset of lack, you have to be tenacious and think about abundance.
Yes.
And so what I'm hearing you say is that, look, y'all, she's been very transparent. She could have came on here. She could have fluffed it up like she's never made any mistakes in her life. She said she moved out of her mother's house on the couch with her children. She had bad credit. She had no money, but she put faith first and she won.
That's right.
She won. And you know why? It's all because she was willing to break every barrier. She had to do a 360 turn. She invested in herself and is investing in herself because guess what? She had a conference. That's why y'all see them people, because she's at a conference and said, I'm going to steal away. I'm going to get me a room and I'm about to go on the Lotus Riche Ignite show because somebody on the planet need to hear about 360, about break every barrier and come full circle. And I'm so happy you here. And I got some other folks that are saying some stuff, but I had to get that out. I see Dorothy, she got her faith in there. You know, I had to put my faith in there. Miss Maxine got her faith in there. Miss Maxine said, we must also listen to his voice and follow his instructions. And now some of those, we know that God is spiritual energy. So God's voice, God the Father, God the Mother, however you identify your higher source, listen to the voice.
Let me tell you something I learned today. I got to say this.
Yes.
We get stuck on the names of God, but listen, let me tell you what the word name means. I learned it today. It means character. It means nature. You would be a lot better off understanding God's character and nature more than getting hung up on a name. If you don't know that God is good, if you don't know that God loves you, you know, some people say the universe screwed me over. You do not understand the character and the nature of God. And you're not going to get anywhere. I don't care what you call it. If you call it the universe, but you're thinking it's screwing you and stuff like that, that is not the name. That is not the name. You call on that name, you're not going to get anywhere. But if you know the character and the nature of God, listen, you're going to get very far and you'll learn what you need to learn, right? By pursuing the truth. But that's what you need. You need that character. You need to know the character and the nature. So you need to know someone that knows God by name that way. Okay.
And here's the thing. This is what I think. You better know God by name. You better have your own relationship with God. You got to have your own relationship because this is key. It doesn't matter how much someone else knows. It doesn't matter how many degrees they have, how many reverend collars they wear. It doesn't matter about what they do for their life. It matters what you do for your life and the relationship that you create with the Most High. And somebody said we have to be patient. You got to be patient with yourself. And thank you, Maxine, for your condolences. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you, Dorothy. I appreciate you. Tenacity, folks. Tenacity. Maxine said, yes, self-development. Self-development. Pastor Dorothy said, preach, Dr. Lotus.
We love
preach,
it.
Dr. Lotus. You go with your bad self, Pastor Dorothy M. Ross. Yes, his character and nature. Love it. God, know God yourself. Gotta know God.
And
His
honestly,
way, his walk, and his will. Know his character, and you will find him. And your life will be fulfilled. I'm adding that. Your life will be fulfilled.
Because you know what? That sums up this entire show. Know God for yourself. You know what? Yep. I people would have told me I knew God, but I wasn't knowing much of anything on that couch. I was knowing depression. I was knowing my dreams not being fulfilled, and God was doing cool things for other people. That is not knowing God for yourself.
Nope.
Right. So be honest with yourself and know him. Say, hey, do you love me though? You know what I'm saying? And you get that real relationship because he wants to have it with you.
Whoo! Mic drop. Mic drop. She dropped the expensive mic, y'all. The expensive mic. The secret sauce mic. So if you like what she just said, go ahead and put a double S. The secret sauce. So look, I wish we could talk all night. And yet we cannot do it tonight. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to have some final words of wisdom with Dr. Felicity Joy Solomon, because she has dropped the expensive mic in this place tonight. And if you did not get your notepad and pen, you did not tag anyone, you did not share this broadcast, what are you doing for yourself, for your life, for someone else that you say you love and care about? Because I'm telling you, Dr. Joy, you did that thing. And that's all I'm going to say about that. You did that thing. So, folks, we'll be right back with some final words of wisdom with the remarkable Dr. Felicity Joy Solomon. Be right back.
I had the opportunity to work with Lotus Riche and her team to create a promo video for my business. And let me tell you, she and her team are pretty darn outstanding. I had recorded a video that we were going to use in the promo. And during our meeting, they actually walked me through what worked in the video, and they provided suggestions for improving the video so that I can actually capture the audience and the clients that I want and the people that need my services. They actually told me what I could add to the video and how to set the entire thing up so that when people watch that promo, they will come away knowing who I am, what I do, and why they should contact me. So if you have the chance to work with Lotus Riche and her team, you are not going to be disappointed.
All right. Fantastic. I love it. And listen, folks, if you are really roaring, ready, and able, I want you to please make sure you connect with Dr. Felicity Joy. She will bring joy to your life. She can help coach you through breaking the barriers 360 so you, your loved ones, and people you know and care about, your friends and your frenemies, can come full circle 360 and not leave one stone unturned. So make sure you connect with her. So with no further to do, Dr. Felicity, the final words of wisdom are up to you.
I want to share with you all the importance of integrity as we talked about tonight. You know, everything that we do really brings glory to what we believe, or maybe it takes it away. And I think that I didn't want to give God a bad name, you know, by my life not being. Sometimes we'll put up with stuff because we can handle it, but who are we representing? What are we representing? And have we allowed that thing to shine through us so that it gets the glory? And, you know, we're all a part of each other. And so I can help to bring glory to other people and help their lives shine and be lifted up. So that's what it's really all about. It's about the collective. Sometimes we get selfish and say, well, I can just put up with this. We make these excuses and we say we're okay with it, but it's not okay for the world. It's not okay to God. It's not okay. So maybe even if you can put up with it, but think about those around you that you love. Think about those that you're called to. There are deficiencies in the soil of life, but your gifting is the fertilizer to that soil. You can bring the nutrients to where there are deficiencies in this earth. So what if we all shone? What if we all shone our light, shined our light, whatever? What if we all did that? The world would be a lot different. So it's not just about you. even if you're okay with it. I'll just be single. It's okay. It's okay. But what about the man that you're called to? What about the woman you're called to? Listen, be tenacious for the world. Be tenacious for God. We need you.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much. And so, folks, my words of wisdom are these. Plain and simple. When you look yourself in the mirror, just know that the source loves you. And whoever you are, however you are more than what you think you are. You are every good thing that the Most High has intended for you. And if you're not experiencing it yet, it might be because you need to know what is dream strategy. And you need to dream. And then you need to connect with my guest and let her help you with your dreams. Create strategies to help your dreams come true, not just for others around you, but for that most important person in the room. And that's you. That's you. Not only are you loved, respected, empowered, and precious, but you deserve the best that the Almighty has to offer you. I heard somebody say, we have not because we ask not. So the question is, what are you asking for? And if you don't know what to ask for, look right here. Look right here. Contact Dr. Felicity. She'll help you figure out what to ask, how to ask, and help you manifest. Because, like Angie Elton said, it is time to shine. It is time to shine. So thank you, Angie, for sharing. I want to thank each and every one of you out there. I see Mr. Nelson came on in. Bishop came in from Arkansas. So happy to have you here. And Sharon Fan, thank you so much, dear. I appreciate that you are praying for me and my family. And so, folks, until I see you again, always remember to ignite and take flight in every area of your life. And don't hesitate to bring inspiration to every nation and support the broadcast. Because when you support the broadcast, it helps me to spend my valuable time with people who want to spend their valuable time just bringing the woo frequency up on the planet. And you can too. Because when you come on in and get in where you fit in, guess what? We're always happy to have you get in where you fit in. So, with no further ado, I am going to say much peace, much love, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, have a great life, and get your whoop whoop in. You ready? Oh, shit! She saw. Raise your hands up. Did her thing. Felicity Joy Solomon, the dream strategy. That's right. You saw her. You talked to her, and now you can reach out and be taught by her. Let her